In this episode, we're going to be talking about grinding, but also goofing off.
Welcome to that missionary life with Elder Jensen
and Elder Lockmiller.
This is episode 65, week 100. Koj Niam. Sadly, Elder Lockmiller and I are being separated, and by the time that you're seeing this, we've already been separated. So that means we gotta do one final That Missionary Life episode together.
This week, our members made food that was supposed to look disgusting, but actually tasted great.
The spicy cheese, we got the pretzels, we got the dirt dust gumballs. Brain.
Is that the pepperoni?
The snake.
You're just being
We tie-dyed some shirts.
We sang the greatest song in the hymn book.
And we did the bucks again. Over the last 3 months that Elder Lockmiller and I have been companions, we've learned to really put our grind on.
We've been leaving the house at like 8 a.m., hitting film trips, going to actually work in our area as well because it's kind of popping off.
But at the same time, we've also been goofing off.
Bit of a goofy guys, bit of some goofy guys. We've just kind of put a focus on, making sure that we're actually getting stuff done, stuff's working, but having fun at the same time while doing it.
There's a high potential in missionary work for you to get out here, grind, and hate the whole time. But it doesn't have to be that way.
I feel like it kind of comes down to seeing like the whole picture. If you see the whole picture, you realize that this work actually matters. It makes a difference, not just in someone's life, but someone's eternity. But at the same time, if we see the big picture, we see there's a lot of small details that don't actually matter, and frankly are just kind of funny to laugh at.
And where there's laughter or humor, you've got a smile on your face, and it can be so much more fun.
One time a missionary asked me what I do when I got mad, and honestly the only reply I could come up with on the spot was I kind of just wait until something funny happens. Which kind of relates to the big picture, because if we see the big picture, we know that one, eventually something good's gonna happen, but also if we see the big picture, we know that whatever we're mad at in the moment is too small to actually really care about.
So this transfer, as we've taken on quite a large workload and doing a lot of things that could definitely bog us down and get a frown on our face and a hunch in our shoulders and some sleep in our eyes, we've decided to do the opposite. We've perked up, puffed out our chests, and we've thrown a smile on and laughed.
I think we still have sleep in our eyes.
We might still have sleep in our eyes.
One example of us just trying to work our absolute butts off, but also having a fun time while doing it. Some of the sisters in our district were in quarantine, and so we had a little bit of extra time. We had our dinner hour, which is our really 1 hour a day of free time. And we decided to use that to go and get them some snacks for while they were in quarantine. But of course, we wanted to ding dong ditch their house. And so we knock on the door, we leave the snacks there, and then we just book it, like we're gone.
But while booking it, we had also gotten this guy some dinner, and he had clutched tightly in his hand while running away a Subway sandwich.
I jumped like half a flight of stairs, booked it probably 200 meters, just dead sprint. Meanwhile, Italian herbs and cheese right here in my left hand. And we just start dying laughing.
Remember in life what is said in 2 Nephi chapter 2 verse 25. Adam fell that men might be, and men are that they might have joy.
A lot of times with the gospel and just life generally, the things that we're tasked to do can be quite demanding. We've got a lot on our plates when it comes to our family, our friends, our work, and just taking care of ourselves.
But if you can find ways to have joy, to laugh at yourself, and to laugh with others through the whole process, it'll go much faster and it'll be much more enjoyable. Give them a challenge out of the laugh.
Basically, the whole point of this episode is to take things seriously, but also don't. So this week, we want you to work incredibly hard on a project that you haven't really given much time into, but also find something funny about what you're working on.
And with that, we've reached the end. Previous episodes are linked down below, and if you'd like to check out the show as soon as it comes out or share the show with your friends, click the link down below to do so. As always, I'm open for comments or questions, of which I'll respond to next week. Remember that God loves you, and we do too. Have a good week.